In this video, we are going to discuss a mech which was, at the time of its creation, one of the leading energy mech designs of all time. Fast, armored, dangerous, and with intense endurance, this would be one of the most feared battlemechs of its era, the last century of the Star League's existence. To not leave you all in suspense, let us begin to uncover Renault Prime's Flashman. Weighing in at 75 tons, the Flashman is one of the most sophisticated designs produced by the Star League in Technical Readout 2750. It's not just sophisticated because of the use of two key Lostech systems, but also because of its overall philosophy of design. Despite its heavy weight, being so heavy that it's just 5 tons shy of being an assault mech, it can move faster than the average rate of battle, yet also packs enough firepower and the ability to use that firepower that it can trade shots with most other 75-ton mechs, if not 80 or 85-ton mechs, in the setting. It was built to move as fast as a medium mech and have similar armor and firepower to an assault mech, despite only being a heavy. Pilots in the SLDF were extremely receptive to the design, and it was incredibly popular for the reasons stated so far. Despite all of this, the Flashman was never produced in enormous numbers, likely due to the high cost of production, and by the time of the Succession Wars, only 500 were left in the Inner Sphere to operate during those Succession Wars. When Renault Prime's factory was annihilated, this essentially ensured that the Flashman would begin to fade into obscurity, until a downgrade kit and production model was built by Defiance Industries in the Lyran Commonwealth. This mech was a shadow of the glory of its predecessor, but it would keep the chassis itself at least in the field during the Succession Wars until the discovery of the Helm memory core. Comstar 2 would maintain a fleet of Flashman battlemechs, and that would be unleashed by the Comguards against the clans once they committed to the defense of the Inner Sphere. Beginning production in 2701, the FLS-8K would be the primary model produced for the SLDF during the height of the Star League. It would be used exclusively by the SLDF for several years before any hopes of exports to the houses could materialize, though the limited numbers of this mech almost ensured that most would fall into the hands of the Star League itself, as they held them close beneath their figurative trenchcoat, only willing to display them in a flash of decadence as they unfurled their cloak, as it were. The speed it is renowned for, especially for its time, comes from its exceptional 19.5-ton GM 375XL Fusion engine, providing it with a maximum speed of 86 km per hour, or 8 movement points in the tabletop game. For its time, propelling a 75-ton mech at speed was almost unheard of. This allowed the Flashman to run faster than most combat-designated medium or heavy mechs, either giving it the chance to outflank them, or to pursue and destroy a fleeing target. Best yet, small vehicles and mechs attempting to outflank this Goliath itself will find it's far more nimble than they originally imagined, and they may face a severe backhand blow for their own attempts to get the drop on it. And all of this is owed to its impressive, though fragile, power plant. When it comes to cooling, the 8K adopts another advanced technology for its era, double heat sinks. Containing 15 of these wonders gives the Flashman the ability to sink 30 heat, which is comparable to an awesome, and we will shortly see why. In combination with excellent cooling, the Flashman utilizes an energy weapons array that puts it in competition with such fearsome battlemechs as the AWS-8Q Awesome. This orchestra of death starts with its triple Celotex radionic large lasers, found with one in each of its arms and one in its center torso. These 3 weapons are very similar to the output of the 3 PPCs on an Awesome, but aren't punished at close range in the same way, and given the Flashman's ability to sink, it can run and fire all 3 of these without any concern, every single turn. To back these up once it begins to engage at close ranges, this vehicle has 4 forward-facing Ichaba 3000 medium lasers, which it can fire while swapping out a large laser or two in order to do more damage overall at short ranges. Then there is one Ichiba 3000 facing backwards as well. To finish off this list of deadly systems, it has a Zippo Mark 10 anti-personnel flame gun, which most certainly can lead to nightmarish results for infantry that try to assail this beast. With its large laser hitting at medium and close ranges, and the backup from medium lasers to boot, this Battlemech is an Energizer bunny, running across the field, even with its enemies in pursuit, as they try to contain the exuberance it has to show the world. If being fast, running cool, and being heavily armed wasn't enough, the Flashman is also a machine which is heavily protected as well, with a more than respectable 13.5 tons of standard plating on board, giving it 216 points of armor to absorb incoming fire. This makes it more armored than many assault mechs of the day, and makes it almost as protected as the 85-ton Battlemaster. If this weren't enough, in order to keep the mech protected from missile attacks, it also has a dedicated buzzsaw anti-missile system, which will reduce incoming fire from missiles should it find itself the target of them. The Flashman is a mech with only two weaknesses. One of them is that it can be outgunned at long ranges, but this is mitigated by its speed, giving it more than an opportunity to close in while obscuring itself with movement and terrain in the process at that. The other, something that cannot be helped, is its XL engine, but despite the vulnerability that this is, the Flashman benefits from having it to such an extent that it cannot be viewed as a true weakness, but only a missing scale in its otherwise fantastic armor. Despite low production numbers, and despite not being as known by many, the Flashman is perhaps one of the greatest inner sphere heavy mechs ever conceived, being able to fulfill a multitude of roles, and being able to overwhelm opponents of various types. If it wishes to streak across the football field, there is no one that can stand in its way and stop it on their own. Unfortunately for the Flashman, there would be a very, very limited number of variants for this design. There would be no Clanbuster variant, or Royal variant either, at least to my knowledge. As such, we'll be covering two versions beyond the normal model. Developed and built in the Lyran Commonwealth, the 7K is their attempt to keep the chassis and model alive. Extreme sacrifices had to be made in order to accommodate anything that resembled the original design. Its engine is unfortunately the first to go, as XL technologies would be lost during the Succession Wars, and as a result the FLS-7K would be forced to use a VLAR 300 Fusion Standard engine, reducing its top speed down to 64 km per hour and changing its role fairly radically. To add to its troubles, its loss of double heatsinks means that more had to be invested in heat management on board, and it comes with 23 standard heatsinks. The weight had to come from somewhere, and with the loss of AMS technology, the AMS was removed, as well as its center torso large laser. While this still can deliver a deadly series of blows during the Succession Wars, the 7K is an unfortunate shadow of its former self. The latest generation of the Flashman for the Dark Age era is Defiance Industries' clan-infused design, the FLS-10E. First, it installs a clan-quality XL engine of the 375 level, making it more survivable in the case of losing one of its side torsos. A supercharger is added to the system as well, increasing its top speed to over 100 km per hour for short bursts. Its double heat sinks are increased to 36, and its armor is increased to 14.5 tons of reflective armor. When it comes to its weapons, it installs all clan weapon systems. A clan ER large laser is mounted in each of its arms, and then it would fit 5 clan ER medium lasers, replacing the original standard medium lasers in every location. Next, it would replace its flamer with a single clan ER small laser. This is a vicious standardized package for the Flashman, and it hits significantly harder, with each clan ER medium laser almost being as dangerous as its original large lasers, and with its new clan large lasers being as dangerous as standard PPCs. More durable, and more damaging, this war machine will bring the deadliest disco dance party to any battlefield it's deployed on. The Flashman was a marvel in its day, a true look into what would become, in many ways, the clans. Fast, armored, and powerful, mechs such as the Timberwolf, Summoner, and others perhaps can trace their lineage, at least in terms of the overall principles and executions of their designs, to the Flashman, especially given these mechs were most certainly in Kerensky's Exodus. To deny the Flashman respect is to deny the reality that a machine that will never tire, may endure incredible damage, and may burn down mechs, fixed positions, and armored vehicles is not a threat. And that is crazy. For anyone facing down the Flashman, it would be mad in most instances to remain on the field of battle against it, as one would see it preparing itself for its enemies, before streaking across the field of battle, displaying its best qualities to the world. Thank you for joining me here today. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. There is new content on this channel very frequently, and I would appreciate your support. Also, a huge thank you to all the YouTube members who support this channel, as these videos are only possible because of viewers like you. With that, I will catch everyone in the comment section below.